not getting any shorter, Bill.
No.
Bill Harmon, Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Dancing with the Stars, Bill Harmon.
I was watching Dancing with the Stars with my mom. It was the Tuesday night results show, and Jennifer Hudson was the guest singer. I will never forget this because it was the scariest moment of my life. All of a sudden, my mom began to drown, but there was nothing I could do to save her because she wasn't underwater. She was experiencing what many lung cancer patients go through in their final days, when the body can no longer process its fluids. It's called the death rattle. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, listen. Can you hear it? The sound of your own death rattle. It's there. It may not be as imminent as it was for my mom, but it's just as inevitable. Lurking just below our consciousness at all times is the knowledge that we are going to die one day. And this thought makes us very uncomfortable. Intellectually, we comprehend. It's a natural part of the cycle of life. Seasons change. Quite frankly, I'm perfectly fine with the knowledge that all of you are going to be dying one day. I'm going to miss you terribly. But with each funeral I attend, when my focus should be on the dearly departed, a terrible and totally inappropriate thought keeps creeping into my head. Holy crud, I could be next. We are in a giant, never-ending cosmic game of musical chairs. And that rattle becomes like the Jeopardy theme song on a continuous loop. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's just so loud. So then we try to ignore it. La 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 la, death, I don't hear you. The only problem with running away from our fears is that we never really get far. We may think we have that subconscious anxiety pretty well hidden, but you know it's going to find some way to rear its ugly little head, disturbing our sleep, robbing our peace. Facing our fears and dancing them down is the only path to true serenity. So today I would like to help us all out, give us a fresh new way of thinking of this, and hopefully be rid of this nonsense once and for all. I am proposing that perhaps the reason we're so freaked out by the death rattle is because we are afraid it may be attached to a snake. Ah! So let's erase this misconception. Try replacing it with this picture instead. Consider, if you will, that the rattle that you hear is actually the sound of maracas. And they're inviting you to get up and dance. Why do we have to wait for someone to die before we have a celebration of life? Every day should be a celebration of life. The rhythm of the maracas beckons our heart to find its true beat and follow it. Although acknowledging death isn't supposed to make us afraid, it should be lighting a fire underneath us. Recognizing how fast life goes and how fragile it could be should motivate us to prioritize what it is we want to accomplish in our short time here. Life is a dance. Which one do you want to be doing? Is it time for you to pick up the pace and do the quick step? Or do you need to chill and do a slow dance for a while? I certainly hope you're not doing the funky chicken. I want to live my life with the passion of the pasarobas, the creativity of the freestyle, and the energy of the salsa. Give yourself to the dance of life, and you can turn anything around. If you're feeling discouraged, do the can-can. If you're bored, jazz things up. Do the hustle and make things happen. Sure, life can be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And other days, it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But hey, look, I'm dancing. Snoopy is my patron saint. There really is nothing to fear. Death exacts its greatest toll on the ones who are left behind. The ones who die, they're dead. They're fine. A majority of people on this planet, according to my Google research, have faith in some sort of an afterlife. Heaven, nirvana, call it what you will. There's an idea that consciousness continues. Buddhists believe in reincarnation. You keep coming back until you get it right. Which would certainly explain why I am so tired all the time. But nobody thinks it's anything bad. It's not like, oh, I have to suffer through this life until I die, and then it is going to get much worse. No, we all think it's going to be better. Well, I mean, of course, some of you are going to hell, but I'm expecting an upgrade. As long as life isn't painful or lingering, I say we hit it head on. Live our lives to the fullest and go out with gusto. Fellow Toastmasters, I implore you to seize this day while it is still within your grasp. Hold it close like a partner and rest your head on his shoulder. When you complete your dance and you waltz into that grand ballroom in the sky, don't you want to hear, well done, bravo, and if you're Buddhist, encore. My mom did survive that Tuesday night, but she had another episode on Thursday. Friday evening was calm and still. We sat and talked while listening to her favorite Frank Sinatra. She slept peacefully, and she never woke up. My mom's death came exactly 50 days after my dad's passing, and about 6 weeks before what would have been their 60th wedding anniversary. I think it's kind of romantic that he went first, as if to prepare her a place. And I'm comforted to know that they were able to spend their special day together. I picture them once again in their younger bodies. And in my heart, this is where they remain in eternity, up in the heavens, dancing with the stars.